Hello! Welcome back to... I wanted to say break only, got there. Welcome back to Code Vein 2. And... well, I changed outfits because I have been playing around between episodes with stuff, and today we're gonna do Bayonet. Because last time we figured out how to actually heavy attack, which is of course how you shoot the bayonet, so that's what we're gonna do today. And for the same reason I also equipped the blood code from the boss we beat, but also I did some other things that I'm gonna get into for a moment. But I also wanted to take a look at something.
As you can see,
Because we can purchase special weapons, and I wanted to maybe do that. The Amano Habakiri Greatsword is actually from buying the pre-order. I mean, will I use it? Is it super broken or something? I don't know. I will still get it. If I use it is a different question. But there's also another weapon that I don't know why it also just costs 10. But still, we're gonna buy it. Then we have the Camilla's Thorn or the Hammer, and we can get both. These are the ones that we don't have. Actually, we also don't have this one. And if we want to do Bayonet, then maybe I should go with the Bayonet. So, Hammer and Bayonet it is. But before we do any of that, I also want to showcase something. I was thinking about, like, hey, how much farming needs there to be done, and I wanted to do some farming in between episodes, and especially what I wanted to farm were the booster stuff. And after about doing 2 hours of a farming run, I nearly have this dexterity booster ready, and also, well, not really, but somewhat the thing that we can farm from the dogs. Except we don't have any of the 5 needed beast skin. And that's kind of weird, because I'm just gonna quickly, like, show what I did for about 2 hours. It was just very simple. Get rid of the 2 quote-unquote dogs. I'm not sure if we should really call them dogs or just call them beasts. As you see, sometimes they drop 1, most of the time they don't drop anything. And again, about 2 hours of farming run, I didn't even get any of the skin. And then we go to this tunnel where some of the weird, I call them like having mushroom-like or insect nests on their back, these infected who are going to hopefully drop me the last piece I need, and if not, then that is what it is. But also just to showcase the bayonet, we can shoot, which is actually kind of effective, and we can do that somewhat fast, but also, as we see, it's very, very, like, stamina consuming. Right now I can do 3 shots and that's it. And also we have perfect thing that was not planned to show that off, but like now we know what poison is. And poison drains, as we can see, your health. But not your LP, it only is your HP. So you will have still an extra... Is that the thing we need? I don't know. I don't think it is. We have like an extra bit of HP that will not be drained by that. Also, I'm using this bayonet because this is an ability that is like from the first game and it really wasn't good, it just looks cool. But in this game, now it seems to actually be kind of decent, so why not? And then to top the farming run of, out here, to the right, is where we started. We see the big tower, the big wonderful sea, and the cat machine, which I'm not gonna fight right now. We're just gonna teleport back and check on the booster once more to see if that was the final thing. I don't think it was. Overall, it's a tiny issue of like... No, it was! We don't have it. God damn it. Well, we can sell our things that give us... That's 1,200, that's 6... Okay, we don't have enough. We don't have enough. Well, again, I did this for about 2 hours. And then decided, okay, that is enough, that is not worth it, potentially. That's just too much of a hassle. And that's kind of my biggest issue with it. I also went to this one over here, and we're just gonna go for something that I want to do now. Which is, because I already was there, checked the entrance, we can go and go into the cave/dungeon behind MagMell, and I want to do that. But what I want to talk about is the fact that this game seems to be pretty big, right? The map, I said it looks like Elden Ring. And questioning, do we have to potentially actually, like, do farming and whatnot? And seeing how long it actually takes to potentially get certain things. This might really take the other side is better? No, we can slide down here. Fall damage confirmed, that's also good. But no, it seems like it's really potentially taking a long time to do things, which I would personally say is not necessarily a bad thing, right? If a game is good or bad is sometimes because of how long it is. Sometimes it's fine that a game is longer. If the exploration is good, then it's fine. For this island here, I would say that for the most part, a lot of it is a bit empty, which is a bit sad, but potentially that gets better over time. But maybe overall, this is just a game that's like much bigger, and bigger doesn't always mean better, right? The last time, like yesterday, where I recorded like everything before, I didn't really talk about it because I was just excited to play. I was just full on in, but now that I had a night to sleep over, I'm like, potentially this might not be a game for everyone because of how big it is. Maybe this is not something for everyone. Maybe this is something that will over time be somewhat annoying to play. And especially because this is a Souls game, I kind of want to potentially do a second playthrough. Or maybe even do challenge runs or something. But like, depending on how long it takes, there is the question of like, is that worth it? Or is it not? So yeah. I also didn't use any of the haze, I wanted to say swords, the swords I got from the farming on weapons or something, on leveling up. I only bought weapons from the vendors and ammunition, and also, something I didn't talk about last time, I saw it was there, I just wanted to focus on other things, but we have this item synthesis menu, which is crafting. And I bought all the cheese and rice and salt that we could from other things. Most of these are very simple. Most of these are very simple. They give you some stat boost or something like that. They're not the greatest. We can potentially craft ammo, which is kind of cool, right? Because we need it. I also bought some ammo, which is super cheap. And you can buy, like, vaccines and resistance stuff. This feels a lot like Elden Ring's crafting. Again, the comparison to Elden Ring, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. That's not how you do that. How do we do this? This is how we do it. This is how we flashlight. What I want to say though, Elden Ring's crafting has two fundamental issues. The issue first is just that the items you get are not good. Let's just be honest. Like, the fact that they are limited, the fact that you can only have, like, who knows how many, like, fire bombs, etc., and then it's also like that you have to spend the resources on them and stuff, right? It's the fact that like it takes so much to get them and you can't get that many, but they're not good. They're not good enough. They're not giving you something that makes you go, oh wow, this was worth it. This was the greatest thing I've ever done. This seems like death down there, right? It's just very much not that great. And that is the first thing. I don't know how good it will be in this game, right? But for Elden Ring, as an example, I'm going to talk about this and then we're going to do this so that I don't lose my train of thought again. The problem with the Elden Ring crafting in that regard is you have better options. There was a time where every person needed to do a crafting-only run. And I did that myself, but I was like, I'm not just do that. I want to not just use crafting, I also want to use consumables I didn't use. So I went in and did an intelligence scaling magic damage consumable run, which works. It's not necessarily the greatest, but it works. The problem with it is just you get magic damage that still requires FP, so the same resource that you need for just having a normal sorcery build. The same resource you use for your weapon arts, the same resource you use for just doing a normal intelligence build, and that is what that build also was. But what you get out of that for having the same requirement is you have to run around and get the materials, run around and buy all the consumables from some of the vendors, and the consumables do maybe if you're lucky 20% of the damage you can get out of actual sorceries. And that's just like, that's just not worth it. Like, all of this extra hassle for what? So that's kind of the thing where I'm like, I don't know if this is going to really work out. And that brings me to the second problem. It's not just that there is like, oh, the consumables aren't good. It's also the fact that there is just a better alternative in the game, which is something that I'm hopeful right now for this game, and I will 100% be disappointed I'm already seeing that. But the point is, other consumables might be good, right? In Elden Ring, I fell for the trap that teleports you to Caelid, and I then explored the swamp, saw the big hornflies, or what they're called, and I found also at some point the crafting recipe for making poison cleansing items, and I was like, yes, I'm gonna go and farm these hornflies so that I always have this stuff on hand. And then a tiny bit later I found the freaking incantation flame cleanse me, and I was like, well, I'm doing a strength faith build anyway, because that is what I wanted to do on my first playthrough, and I was like, this just works. And it's just more, like, functional. It's something that I don't have to farm, I don't have to craft, I always have it ready, so why would I ever bother with the crafting? And it's not even that it's limited to just a faith build, it's like, it has so little requirement that if you want it, you can just easily get it. Again, this is early on, I don't know, and I have just looked at the crafting a little, and I'm like, it's very basic right now. Maybe over time I will just, for convenience sake, always be crafting ammo, because we get so much of those materials if I actually go with a bayonet as my main weapon that I want to use. We see today is bayonet day, I'm gonna play bayonet, and tomorrow I will maybe change depending on what we find into something else. Okay, thought finished. Onwards with whatever this new thing is. Offer prayers to the pathos of Gioten, the Explorer. Resistance to all status ailments and regeneration use boost. Okay. I also figured out that it actually tells you up in the left corner on the map what of these is... Wait, they are both active? Or does it just tell me? Oh, and also just figured out where this is. It's down here. I actually thought potentially, because the map doesn't necessarily change and we go back in time and back to the present, I was like, maybe this is just in the wrong time, but apparently it's underground. That's also good. But are they both active now? You don't have to ask that question. You can just, look at the symbols down there at the bottom of the screen. There are two symbols that have the weird pathos symbols. So, yes, dear Neptune, they are both active. I am sometimes really an idiot. Does anyone have instant Umbrella vibes when they come down an elevator into the underground and they see a mansion-like thing? I mean... yay, my favorite item. I mean, the Revenants originally were science experiments, so it might not even be that far off. Are you gonna do range stuff? Oh, you are. Scarilio, I can do that too. I did not hit the second shot. And it is very difficult to see the enemy's shots when you're standing like this. Wait, what? I mean, I guess we're gonna just register our revival point here so that we are ready, but what's up there then? Death, probably? Are they back? They are. No, we're not dealing with you is what I pressed the wrong button. We're not dealing with you is what I wanted to say. I wanted to do other things first, and I think this is where we get up. Yes. You stupid idiots. I didn't press the dodge button in time. But also we see the bayonet has a very interesting basic combo, because it's pretty much just directly in front of you. It is like really just whoosh, juice, juice, and then we pull it back. This really doesn't have any range. You're actually very, very, very close range. You're really forced into it. Not every weapon needs range, but it's something to keep in mind, because like especially the first hit does have some reach. You're actually doing the step forward, and if you push an enemy back with that, well, now the rest of your attacks might not hit. So be aware of... I was gonna say, more surprises lurking in the corner? Absolutely yes. You're a big golden problem. And can I lock onto the other dude first, please? I wanna get rid of you. Ow, ow. Don't do that. Boop, boop. And then take the cool ability that we have. I'm just gonna say it right now. If someone is like, oh my god, range build, I don't care. This is the first playthrough, everything is allowed. I don't give a damn. If I potentially actually am going to do a challenge run, then that is where we're going to do things difficult and whatnot, so I don't have to force myself to do that right now. Maybe the game is so long that I don't want to do that, That is kind of a fear I have now. But like, maybe, hopefully that is not the case. Oh, we could ambush you. Oh, you're gonna shoot at me from down there. Hello. Also, that was a bit of a... I don't know if we're gonna see that on the recording, but that was a bit of a weird stutter. That's the first time that happened. Like yesterday, nothing like that happened. But yeah, there we see, like, we hit him with that one hit, but everything else just completely, like, if the enemy is this mobile, you're not gonna hit them with this weapon. We are also not going to trade hits with this thing. I could just shoot him, right? That's like the thing. The point, however, with the shooting that I actually kind of like is the fact that it uses ammo. It does not use your Ichor. I want to say Ichor. Whatever. It doesn't use your normal spell resource like it did in the first game, and therefore having an extra resource actually makes it so that you have to think about it a bit more. Because you don't have that too much, right? It doesn't regenerate with drain attacks. You have to actually think about it. And that's nice. That makes it not completely just like, oh, you have range option, you can... Like in the first game, you could just guard drain people. You could just block with an upgraded Zweihander to have like 9 no damage suffered, and then just go, yeah, we're just going to do that. We're just gonna have all of this draining by just guarding and not actually committing to anything. Which was really cool, but it's also like, and then you could use that for whatever the hell you want. So you kind of are not using / losing anything for just going with ranged abilities. That hits? I call question mark. Like, that feels a bit weird, but okay, sure. You're the boss game, you're deciding what hits and what isn't. You have the hit. Did that just spawn in? Now I'm gonna be honest, I don't care about, like, things that are plopping into view and whatnot. I do not give a damn. If the only negative that I can give a game is the graphics look bad, I'm like, yeah, whatever. The graphics is something that I don't care about. I'm gonna praise the graphics if they're great, but a graphic doesn't make or break a game for me at all. I do not give a damn. If it's there, it's cool. If it's not, it depends if the rest of the game is good, right? And that's how I see it. I didn't let this thing attack me. I wanted to figure out if they can actually fight back. It doesn't matter. That map is more confusing than I wanted it to be, actually, because, like, it has the underground, but it also has, like, it's layered on top. That's weird. Oh, and we're back at the start, kind of. Well, if the game gives us back to the start, then I guess we're gonna rest, because why shouldn't we take the heal refill? I'm gonna keep my money, because I have a booster to buy. That's a big dude. Actually, I hope to get rid of the little stuff so that I don't have to deal with it. You know what? Screw you! Bada boom! We can show this off! That's such a... Ew! You're really poisonous, are you not? Okay, we got like an entire combo off. Okay, that I thought you would have more... Boop. Boop. We're gonna shoot you a little bit. Because we can. Because that's what we have chosen as our weapon of choice. I don't think we're gonna... Do I want to try and parry this thing? There's a part of me that says screw it, like no. And there's a part of me that's like, but what if we could potentially just... Okay, that was very much too early for me. God, that is so... I don't know, it feels like it should be so much slower than it actually is. I love how much this game is just the first game, but more of it. Because, like, the music is... the music is just as, like, ridiculously super heroic as in the first game, and it was just, like, weird that, like, every boss had that. That was a dodge? Okay, the hitboxes and timings are... I will never dodge that. So far you're just a stronger version of an enemy that already... Like, I even fought for some of the farming. So, like, you're literally just something that I've seen before. You're not that interesting. We're just going to... I mean, hopefully bully you into the corner. Oh, if you're on that side, you don't get hit at all. So that means dodge to the left is the goal for this thing. Or rather, potentially... Boop. Okay, we got an ability for that. Increases defense against blood. Now, I'm instantly going to say, is blood the thing that it was throwing at me? Like those poison balls? Would they be considered blood attacks? Because I'm just gonna be honest, they don't look like it. I kind of want to quickly look, is there anything I missed here? No, this is just back to the start. This is where we can... Okay, no. Booster! And then when we're here, we can also take a trip to the side, because there's another thing on the big beach. Which I have not checked if it is open, but I want to know, and so we're gonna go there next, after we get this cool thing. We also can get this. Okay, let's... First and foremost, dexterity +5. Why did... I pressed that multiple times, why didn't it register? Is my controller dying? Maybe my controller is dying. Okay, we have that. What is this? Wound resistance up. What does wound mean? That is not just basic defense, it's something special. We don't have the haze. Come again! Oh, we will. But we now have more dexterity. Oh, that's cool. We got this somehow, dexterity, and now we have more dexterity, and you can put on multiple of these. You don't have to... Oh, that's cool. I always hated when Souls games are like, you are already using an inferior version of this thing, so you now cannot use this thing. And I'm like, dudes, why can we not stack this? Why did you put it in the game if we can't stack it? Well, this game says screw it, we can stack it. I like it. I don't want to aggro the cat beast, because... It's not that it is difficult at this point, because I fought it some more time, it's just I really just want to go over there. But also this place is like the perfect encapsulation of what I was talking about with like, bigger isn't always better, because like, look at this. Like, yay, cool, water physics, like every single step makes ripples, yay. But like, it's just empty. And I'm a little bit worried with how big the map is that we're gonna have a lot of that. Will that, at the end of the day, for me, determine if the game is bad? I don't think so. That is something that's like, if the in-between parts are good enough, if the big boss fights are good enough, if making builds is fun enough and interesting enough and has enough variety, then I don't care. Then this is just the stuff that I'm like, you shouldn't have done this. It doesn't really do much to make the player run around 50 yards just because you wanted to have this. Like, literally, this entire corner here. There's not even an enemy here to just have something to do or something. It's just empty. And then we have the entrance that hopefully is open now. It is. But yeah, that's also kind of an Elden Ring comparison, where Elden Ring's map also had like very clear points of interest that did something great, and then also had some parts that were just like, and then there is kind of nothing here. There's also just big open areas, which, again, sometimes they feel good. Is this like a minecart? Yes, it is. It just looks weird because it doesn't have, like, actual, like, a finished cart. Like, what is that? The, like, it's not a finished basket. How do you say that? It's like, you understand what I mean, right? Ichor supplement. Let me guess, that's like the Ichor concentrate in the first one. Which replenishes... Yep. Wait, what? The drugs-based ingredients have not been revealed, but it supposedly uses the nectar of a flower that blooms on battlefields which have soaked up large quantities of revenant blood. Is that referring to, like, the blood trees or what they were in the first game, and the missiles? And what the actual... We have literal, like, cover shooter without cover shooter mechanics. Well, joke's on you, because I can't lock onto you. So, the cover shooter doesn't really work, because I am not free aiming this. You cannot make me. I don't think that that's going to work that well. Kind of hope that I could get the second attack in, and you're just standing around. Pfft. No, you're not. I was like, are you just watching your people die? No, you're not. Shotgun ammo. Yeah, I bought ammo for the farming. I already said that, but like, I like literally bought every type of ammo a little bit. They are so cheap. They are 5 apiece. So even with what I just have right now, like just fighting these little enemies, you get so much ammo if you want to buy it. So maybe at some point I'm just gonna buy to maximum or something. Good old Souls game. There's an ambush around every corner. Because if there isn't, then is it even a Souls game? TM. This goes down. Where does this go? This goes somewhere else. I kind of hope that I hit an end, a dead end, and oh, this is back in the big one, and we get more golden nectar. That's kind of good. The boss we just fought in the other dungeon did not have a fog gate. I mean, is that important? It's different. Ooh, you're not looking. Doop 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 doop. Stealth, stealth, stealth. Dumpster. Stairs. That was the wrong button. And that did lag a little bit. And the glasses don't work with that. God damn it. And this is the part where I'm like actually like very, very happy that I have range. Because I now can like potentially just... Or we can just stun lock enemies with the bayonet basics. Like, Tainted Sword. Not a good sword, I guess, but... You know, because it's tainted. Haha. But what does that do? It just is like the Tainted Halberd. It just has the sacrificial edge on it. It's just like the basic weapons that these use. We also have a Tainted Bayonet, which doesn't scale much. Does it have, like, higher base damage? It feels like it might have higher base damage. Actually, this one just has ridiculous damage. I mean, but that is the pre-order bonus, so... Not that surprising. Is that a dead end? That looks like a dead end. No, it is absolutely not. Good damn it, no. We're not going there. We're gonna go to other places first that look like they... Yeah, it goes into some other place. Oh my god. We also haven't been down yet. Oh my god, this is big. Can we go down into that water? Because like there seems to be solid ground there. This feels kind of empty right now. This room is just like... Okay, there's something. The boss we just fought, and we are going to completely exploit the fact that we can just shoot it. Because I don't want any surprises. Okay. Okay, I kind of expected something to jump out of the water or something, but like, nope, that's not the case. Okay, I was cautious for nothing. There is something else. Can we stagger you? Yes, we can. Yes, we absolutely can. So with how fast this thing attacks, you can just kind of stagger lock enemies. That's Heat Remnant. That's probably not there. A material for bequeathed former enhancement. Ooh! For big axe. Or the bow. Huh, that's actually a... That is a very interesting thought. If I'm going to use the bayonet, I don't have a use for the bow. But if I'm going to say like, maybe after this day I don't like the bayonet and I want to use other things, then I kind of, you know, want to probably use the bow. To just have a ranged option. Aha, and we got around so that we can do this. Again, we have not actually been... Boop. You're faster than me. I just want to get rid of you. So I don't have to deal with you. We're gonna heal, because I have the feeling that I'm not gonna be good at fighting this guy. We cannot fucking stagger you. Surprise, surprise, the big tanky dude is not... That was too early, then somehow I still got through with it. You don't stagger at all. Okay, one stagger. Okay, that was too early. Sometimes the timing feels very weird. But in that one, that was just me messing it up. I mean, before that I panicked and then it still worked, so it's like I messed it up twice. Once it worked, once it didn't. Does that mean the game is easy? Yeah, maybe. Okay, we're at the end, so this is where we're supposed to end up. So we're gonna head back. But I have to test it for now. Test it we shall. Hello, how are you, dear masses of corpse? Completely twisted and whatnot. And that one down there has a one-side boob and nothing more. It's like Yubel from Yu-Gi-Oh! And that thing up there actually has it as well, so what kind of weird thing are you? Nothing. Okay, I am sorry. You have to die because you're a map. And now, we go back to the downstairs. Why is it this game that makes me musical? Maybe it is because I'm running around so much without too much actual things in between. They're just like, you know what? It's time to bust out just a little tiny bit of rhythm that I have in me and fully enjoy that. Wasn't it around here somewhere? Wasn't it here? I think it was. Yes, here it was. Did not go here yet. What awaits us at the end of more dumpsters? Okay, can I just say it? For whatever reason, this feels weird. Like, the first game has abandoned cities and stuff from the olden times. Olden times sounds a bit weird when it's modern things, but like, still, you understand what I mean, right? The stuff before the kind of apocalypse. But like, why the hell does it feel so different in this game? Why does this feel weird? And does it have something to do with what I said about the color? My disappointment is immeasurable. Does it have something to do with what I said about the color palette? Because the first game was so muted. We have a cat. What? Reduces the amount of sound you create, making it more difficult for enemies to detect you. Wait, it's an ability. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, okay, it's cat silence. Yeah, sure. That it makes sense. Back to finishing the thought. So the color palette in the first game was very muted, right? It was very, very, well, just bleak. But like, it's the end of the world, kind of. Like, we have these revenants, which are pretty much vampires running around. We have all the revenants that have mutated into monsters and whatnot. The earth is cracked open at certain places. Like, it was very clear, like, it's not a good time, and therefore it makes sense to have something that is embodying that feeling of just this bleak end of nothing really is good anymore and whatnot. It works. It has a purpose. This game has now greenery and stuff and seems to just overall try to be more colorful, which so far feels like it's a bit against the feeling of what it should be. I think that is where I'm going with this. I think that is the problem that I have with some of the environmental stuff. Maybe, again, it's also just this area. Maybe I will get used to it. Maybe I'm not gonna say something bad about it. Why the hell do you have, like, Christian swords? Alexis, the Heartless Bodyguard. Okay, you're much faster. I can't get greedy with you. And I apparently also don't get to heal. Okay. Okay, when is my turn? Lady? Alexis is a lady name, right? Yeah. Oh, that has range. Okay, we're not rolling out of the hit boxes. That's actually... Okay, as much as that just caught me off guard, that's a cool attack. That's a cool-ass attack. No, like, legitimately. Like, normal, it's like an enemy does a jump attack and they always just, like... It goes forward, right? It's a forward... It's a forward slam. But I did it again. That does not have that much range. But this way, it's an around type thing. That's, like, honestly kind of good. That's cool. That's different. Oh, and now you're also just enraged. Oh, that's great. That's amazing. Okay, that was a bit too fast. I'm getting caught on so much of your stuff because it's multiple weapons. You have weird hitboxes because of that. I have determined that I wanted to say sticking close to you might be better. That was just a full-on around attack. I don't think staying close is that good, actually. I'm not sure. Like, that is definitely the... We're using up ammunition if I do that. And, okay, that... How are you... That was so fast. How are you supposed to dodge that? Okay. The hitbox is weird again. It looks like that should have hit. Honest opinion. Okay, that also didn't hit. I was too slow. I wasn't even ready. Maybe I should try to parry. Maybe I should have just gone for big, cool... That is damage even if they just go into the area. I actually can. I was gonna say, like, I'm not gonna be fast enough, but actually we were. Okay, I tried to preemptively roll that didn't work. We're gonna try parrying. I'm gonna try parrying. Does it feel bad? No. It just feels like this enemy is operating on a different... Okay, I didn't even... I wanted to get my stuff. Okay, so much to parrying. Maybe I should not have tried to parry that exactly, and I should have just... I mean, I have not dodged that once, so, like, I don't know. I kind of feel the need to just... Did I do it? You're not fast enough for that. Okay, we can parry. That attack is too fast. Like, I'm sorry, but like... I don't have the reaction time for that. Wait, what? Holy... Big axe, big axe, big axe, big axe, big axe, big axe, big axe. Like, that is damage. Okay, why did that hit and the other time it did not? Okay, I was spamming roll. Is that a full-on just perfect stun lock combo? Like, is that a... like an absolute? Can you not get out of that? Okay, that attack I shouldn't have done. I mean, the weapon choice doesn't matter at this point. That is not the problem here. The problem is something else. This is definitely... Why am I... With how fast the attacks are, I feel like I am... Like, I feel like it's necessary that I just... How do you... I mean, yeah, go back. Go out of the range of the attack. Oh my god, that is... Right, they do that. I am going to absolutely go insane on this fight. Now there's a question of... Oh, we actually... What? Yeah, the glasses don't work with that. Can I ask you a question now? That staggered! Okay, that is so goddamn early. That does not feel cool. I just wanted to get away and it was a bad idea. And now, trying to heal, I'm just gonna get... completely and utterly... The get-up animation is slow as all hell, and I'm just used to other games where you have to do a wake-up roll to dodge stuff. You do not in this game. You have perfect iframes, you can do a roll after, I need to slow down and take my time. That is why those things are... Okay. One attack and... That is... Aiken. Goodness. That's just a game being... No, I can't go for two. I haven't learned it yet. That was so early! You're actually telling me that that was the right timing? That's insane! Can we just stagger you? No. It's very greedy. But that is what I wanted. I think if he just does... She... It... The boss. If we just go for like the weird like... Jump attacks... Okay, what do you do against that? Can you block that? Can you parry that? Maybe we have to just try to parry that. Like, yeah, that jump attack is so nice. But that is also it. Like, do you see just... Well, we didn't get hit by the second part, so actually that works. That is so fucking... Everything is either so fast or so delayed. There is no in between. It's... And that. It's just like, you mess it up once and you just get comboed. I don't want to call out the partner. We're doing this solo. Not because I need to, but because I want to. And we can maybe give some pot shots at some point. This is gonna be the big one. I already inputted the attack, so yeah, 2 is too much. You cannot get away with 2. Do 1. That's it. Be somewhat away? What the f... I was locked in an animation. 1. Literally spamming roll and it doesn't work. So like, what do you do? Like, I'm sorry, but like, some of these attacks, I'm just like, what are you supposed to do? Like, that works. That's an actually, like, functional combo where I'm like, okay, I understand. But, like, you get hit once and you can dodge the other one, but like, that's not supposed to be the thing. At least I hope that that's not supposed to be the thing. That's one where you can potentially get away with something. Okay, we're locked into the axe. Actually, I'm going to just heal. Oh yeah, do that more. Do that more. That's your best attack. I was lucky that that staggered. I got greedy, and I regret it because now I'm nearly dead. That hit, and you cannot dodge that. Okay, we get 1 good shot in. We get to heal. We get to prep the axe. You're allowed to knock me out of that right now. What the... Okay. Well, I already was like to the side enough that it didn't matter. Boom. I have the range, I will use it. I dodged backwards. That's not what you're supposed to do at that point, I guess. And we're gonna just... No. Okay, we're getting better. I probably have to cut this to make it not as long. If there is a boss that takes like millennia-esque 110 attempts or something, we're gonna just screw it. Okay, no. What are you doing at that point? Honest question. Not just me being like, oh, I don't get it, but like legitimately, like, what is the point? Like, how do you do something against that specific one? Not this one, but like, yeah, this, like, you just have to get away. That was greedy. I'm getting greedy again, because the last try was so close that I feel like I can get away with it, but like, I cannot. Okay, sometimes you just don't knock me out of the axe, which is actually bad. I want you to knock me out of the axe. You just have to roll to the side for that one to get out of the hitbox. Which, I'm gonna be honest, is something that I like to do in earlier Souls games. Roll out of hitboxes. It just doesn't work for newer ones, because the attacks are either having ridiculous hitboxes or are part of a combo where it's just like, no, that's not what you're supposed to do. It's greedy, and yeah, I panic rolled because of that, and I regret it. I should not have rolled. I'm messing up. Boop. Yeah, roll to side, roll to side. Roll back, because that's the... We're definitely not close enough for that. Why did I even try? Okay, we can do that. Jump. Jump. Boom. I'm gonna get knocked. Yeah. Should have been more precise about what I mean by that, but ow! What the? That one is still too fast. I'm gonna regret. You cannot roll fast enough after that. Okay, half health, no heals. Easy, we can do that. We can absolutely do that. I have not a doubt in my mind that this is possible. I mean, if we get that in a loop, that also works. Yes, sure. Okay, what the actual... Ow. No, like, what the... I didn't roll. I was mad. What the... How do you... Okay, if you're too close on that attack, you're just done. You cannot escape it. What do you do at that point? I wanted to ask, like, can you jump it? But, like, our jump is not that high. And that attack... I mean, I haven't tried it, so let's try it. That is so... Oh my god. It's not just that it is fast, it's also just that there is so much damage. And it's just like a punish you can do whenever the frick you feel like it, and there's nothing I can do to prevent it. It's just like, if you want to do it, it's there. Like, what are we supposed to... Why did I do that? That was stupid of me. I deserve that. I did not remember, but that lingers too much. I don't think we can jump that. Again, I have to try to act... Rolling to the side is not the complete answer to that. You actually have to potentially... Can we get... Yes. And then we have to roll out of it? No, you're nice to me. Thank you. I do not deserve that. I should not use my heals if we have a freaking revive anyway. Right? It's just wasted. That is too fast, the game. How are we supposed to... like, dodge that? It worked so good! I guess you have to be close enough, because then you have the smaller... I kind of, for some reason, thought you would do the other one. Oh, you can just angle it upwards! Okay, so it doesn't matter. Okay, no, jumping doesn't work. Okay, that completely answers that. No, the swords are locked onto you. Okay, then what do you do with that? I mean, I'm also messing everything else up, so it doesn't matter if that is the only thing I cannot do. I cannot do everything else either, right? But, like, what the actual frick? That is... Okay, what do you do about that also? That is too fast. There is no way in hell that That was so slow. That I can react to that, and at that point it's just like, you just chose to kill me. It's just a RNG said yes. Map. And one mess up again after dying and you died. Okay, other attack than I expected. That is the slow one. That is... You only realize that it's the slow one when it already happens. This is gonna be a death montage. That was stupid of me. Why did I do that? Oh my god. This is... Okay, I have to say it. The animation for getting up is long. You have to either during it press a roll, then you roll instantly after, or you wait a moment. But it's a problem of, like, if that is the super fast attack, you get hit instantly, you have to do the instant roll. If they do anything else, you're not allowed to do that roll. So you're just gambling. You're just saying, well, what attack is it gonna be? Where is my... Is it outside? No! Well, okay, we're not getting our stuff back. That is what it is. How the hell did I... That is so goddamn... Okay, I just prayed and rolled before. Worked. But that's not a good thing to go for, to be like, well, it worked because I just said there is a chance and it worked. And... Okay, can we agree that that is just unfair? Like, that is just pure BS. That is... No. There is nothing I can say to rationalize that as like, okay, this is fine. Okay, if you don't have anything, you don't have a bloodstain. That's actually super nice. Goodness fucking gracious. That attack can roll off a cliff for all I can. Reach, axe. No, he did stagger you, and then you do an attack that I can't do anything against. Okay. So far, so functional. And... attack combo that I am not used to because you don't do it often enough. How am I... Okay, I'm safe because of thank you game. Beam. I should not have done that. Meh, baby, bob, bob. Stamina. That is just... It really just is, like, if you think it is happening, you have to roll. But if you are wrong in your assumption, then this happens. Fuck. Going for the axe is risky as all. How? Okay. No, that was too... No, seriously, that attack can go jump off a cliff. Why did I think you would do the other one? Wow, getting better at getting hit by things we didn't get hit before. How did that not hit? Are there safe spots in between the swords at full range? Is that how you're supposed to deal with that attack? I'm gonna range cheese you if I have to. I don't give a damn anymore. You have made me annoyed. I do not give a damn about your integrity. Or mine. But again, I never had to begin with. God damn it, that's just a slow one. Wait, do we actually get to knock him over with that? What? Him, I mean her? Whatever. Figgy. Fingy McGee with the beak mask. Now I waited too long. I freaking hate it. Oh, and if you regen too often, you get less health back. Not that it matters, because we are getting into the freaking fast attack again. That just... If I heal now, you're gonna jump, right? Well, kind of. Oh my... I need to use this skill for that. Actually, you know what? I haven't tried that. We're not going to, because for some reason, this didn't work. Aye. Greed. Never punished. I mean, always punished except for now. Which is the one that mattered. I should not have gone with that. Who cares? Who cares? Woody-ba-da-be-doo. It worked, not now, but it worked fine for once. Not enough range, actually. By which I mean not enough range that we gained. I think the ability has enough. And now that double hit. Yes. Give me my Ico back. I need that for Axe. Which is very dangerous, but yes. Perfect attack. God! The slow one gets me every single fucking time. Why are you like that? Why? Ah, that's... I'm just gonna... That is so just... You know what the fun part about that is? We have the best roll. We have the fast roll. We're not even like slow rolling or something. So that just is like a lingering hitbox that is longer and also has like just more area than your roll. But we had one pretty good attempt. So now it's just hoping that that attack never happens again. That attack is my new nemesis, but it's not because it's... It's not for the same fucking reasons. Did I roll against the wall? Because that's like another problem of a variety that's just completely different than... I should just not do the axe, but the axe does so much damage and I kind of want that, and that was stupid because I know that you can do that, and so I should just not go with that. Law. I should just make this a compilation of how much I die to which attack, and that is it, right? And then I can see if my hate of that attack is justified. You freaking thing. I could have just shot him, right? I could have just. But I didn't. You can roll the screen. You cannot roll that. Jump. I think the rule is just never stand directly in front of this boss, because then that attack doesn't happen. That was dumb. try to best. Worth it? Oh, button press. Jump. You know, screw you. We got the attack buff as a skill that we have on most weapons, but I guess later weapons will not have it, so now we can put it on anything. That wasn't even enough for one of the boosters. That is... Oh my god, we get like no souls from that. Haze. I don't have to rate this boss. I've said my piece about some of the attacks and what I think about them and how I don't like them. That's not even enough to level up. So, yeah. Very interesting and important question. Could we? We can fast travel even if we're underground. That's an upgrade to Elden Ring, absolutely. Well, I did some quick farming, trying more of the dogs. We have it, even though I'm not sure what wound resistance actually does. Stamina would be something that I really would like, but then again, there's so much stuff that we don't have for that. We're gonna probably see these enemies in other places as well, so why not? Can we equip that without issue? It does not cost us anything! It has no burden. Okay. Well, now that that is done, let's look around the map one last time. We got that thing underground, so we couldn't find it otherwise. And now we're kind of done, so I guess we're supposed to go here and continue our story. One last thing I have to say is the boss was using weapons that we actually can have ourselves. We picked these up at some point. And, well, this is literally like doing martial arts with flying swords. And also they have hands, which is really weird. But yeah, we're not gonna do that right now, but maybe next episode.
Please, look. We're seeing it happen. These are all the changes that took effect in present-day MagMell. It's a new future. One forged by our own hands. There's no time to waste. I think we should go check on Noah and the others. Let's return to the Institute. One way or another, we're going to need to get a first-hand look at how our actions affected the timeline.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what is she going to say to that?
Lavinia.
You should know I am able to observe alterations to our timeline. You cannot hide what you have done. I see that my warning has not been heeded.
Yeah, we did that. We choose that.
That's not true. I'm just as much to blame.
So long as you both did what you believe to be right, I will respect that decision. But remember this. If nothing else, the effects of changing time are both profound and unpredictable. Who knows what will come? Your actions have rejected the past, denied history as it once was. Now, with the strength of your sincere will, you have saved those people and paved a new future. 100 years of history was forever changed, and with it, the world itself. Truly, the potential of man is beyond reckoning. Now, proceed to MagMell. There is someone who very much wishes to see you.
Is it just me, or does she have like a weird body posture? It's probably because she is so front-loaded. But actually, that makes sense that the bridge happens. I was like, oh, you're just magically gonna make a bridge, but no, they make it over time. That makes so much goddamn sense. Why didn't I think of that? Also, I wanted to actually, I forgot it, but I wanted to talk about it. Like, how will she react? Because, like, if we change the past, then, well, that is just how it is, right? Maybe she would figure it out because some random stranger appeared and just did something, and that is how things went good. But, like, she wouldn't have no direct proof of what we did, but, well, she can just sense it. Okay. It is also interesting to note that she is part of the same house as Valentin, and I think Noah was it that said something about someone maybe wanted Valentin gone,
Now
and we
wait
don't
for
know
it to
who is
arrive.
responsible for it. And, well, some of the enemies at the Resurgent especially have some weird gold stuff on it, and she has gold stuff on it. I'm just saying, I'm not sure if she's going to actually always be on our side. Maybe she has something to do with certain things. Maybe it's not her fault. Maybe she... Why is the elevator not going? Lou, come in. Elevator. Huh. That's not how we left it, though. That's a bit weird. Also, I just want to mention we still have the buffs from the Pathos, even though we're in a different timeline. I mean, I guess we are in the future from where we took them, so, like, of course they could still be active all this time. Like, okay, actually that makes sense. No, it's not weird.
The statue, it's...
Is that just for cinematic effect, or do the changes that we made actually
That
only
looks like something
happen
we can use.
when we observe them? Got a new shield, we got it, the head of France. And perfect blocking enemy attacks reduces stamina, as well as produces a field that applies to stone status effect. Okay, but we don't have enough willpower. Well, we know that that is not necessarily fully a bad thing. What does willpower do? Increase the attack power of Forme. Okay, penalty. Your attack power decreases temporarily whenever a former fails to activate because of insufficient Ichor. The higher your penalty level, the longer the decrease in attack power lasts. that is not a penalty at all. Unless there is passive stuff that at some point when things happen just consumes Ichor and does stuff. I kinda just want to go with it. Like, I don't see the issue, and I want to see if that is actually a problem, and then we can just... You know what? That's actually kinda cool. But it's also kinda just... How is this a shield? No. What I mean is, how is this a shield that actually has, as we can see here, like, I'm going to say these are percentage values, like 90% or 100% in like everything. How is this something that is actually good at defending you? This is not even like hole in the shield. There is, well, I guess I mean, if these snakes would be moving, then we could make an argument that they like fend off enemies or parry their attacks or something, but like, how is this a functioning shield? Oh, this is actually funny as all hell. Actually, we picked up something. We don't have enough. Okay, we need more.
Further fortified the bond. I believe you now have the capacity to better handle the power of mine.
You've acquired a blood code, Superbia Bloodline Lu 2. And it has a D, so it's like better. It's better than this especially. Yeah, it's just a straight upgrade in all stats. It has more mind focused. Right now we're using the big dexterity weapon, so I kinda wanna go with... I'm gonna keep the one that we got from the boss. But again, if we change stuff next time, maybe we check out this. Also, traits, it has no overburden effect, which right now we have. Charge rain attack inflicts slow. Mind margin 10, guard stamina cost down. Mind margin 14, attack power briefly up after drain attack. A margin is like a difference. So I'm going to assume that that has something to do with the burden. If you have so much mind that you still have that much left in the burden, that then it works. I'm going to just assume that that's how that goes. I don't know. Maybe that's not true. But yeah. Right now we're using this one. And... oh, the ones that we don't have in this time are grayed out. Okay. That makes sense. We have the ability to go over there. Well, okay. We're supposed to go back to MagMell, so that is what we're gonna do. Onwards, little companion. We have someone to meet. Which I'm gonna just assume is gonna be Noah. Actually, that's not gonna be it, right? Because we are supposed to go here anyway, even without having done the things we just did, so... unless the quests change, can you actually have, like, very interesting different playthroughs? Oh yeah! Right. That is such a different look than what it was in the past. That's kind of interesting.
What? Hey, you can't be serious. What's going on here? It's you! I can't believe this, after all this time!
Noah, allow me to explain.
Damn. I knew you had something going on, but a time traveler? I never would have guessed it. Slaying those heroes is gonna be one hell of a task, so you better count me in. I'm a century overdue, but Noah Gaither always repays his debts.
At long last, all of the conditions have been met. Now, allow me to remind you of the gravity of the task at hand. Our goal is to prevent the demise of this world. To that end, your task is to awaken and slay the dormant heroes. Iris, the status report, please.
Each hero is sealed inside strong protective barriers which we call cocoons. These barriers make them impervious to attack. In order to release a hero from their cocoon, you'll need a key. These keys will serve to rouse their pathos. The bad news is that, unfortunately, we have no idea where these keys may be found. We don't even know what they might look like.
Lu's ability to travel through time is our key. Her gift will be crucial for obtaining them.
I'll use my power to transport us back to a time before the upheaval. Once we're there, hopefully we can make contact with each of these legendary heroes. Then, we'll need to locate a key that can rouse each hero's pathos.
Find the key, then return to the present. Release the heroes and slay them. Should you manage to vanquish the 5 remaining heroes, the calamity set to befall our world will be averted.
5 heroes, huh?
Head to the bridge connected to the mainland. Make your way back into time. The future of this world rests in your hands.
Wait, wasn't the... Oh! All of the... Sure. Yeah. Holy quest log. But wasn't the... No, we did the bridge anyway. We just saved Noah, that's the difference. But the bridge would have happened anyway. Wait, no. We already were here, right? And then we went back in time.
So, they want you two to save the world, do they? Damn. Talk about some high stakes. I guess you and Lou only know what the records say about the past, right? Let me get you up to speed on what happened after you left. I guess it's been, what, about a century? At the time, the seal on the Resurgence was waning, just like we're seeing now. In their attempt to restore the seal, the heroes fought in a great battle called the Upheaval. That's when Valentin went missing. I wasn't out on the frontier when it all went down, and I still haven't been able to track him down to this day. But I'm confident he didn't bite the dust that day. Not Valentin. That's why I'm here. I'm looking for clues. Anything that might lead me to him. Listen, I'll do whatever it takes to help you with your mission. But I also need you to help me with mine. Deal?
Sure.
I knew I could count on you.
That sounds more than fair. But like, no, we say we did the thing for the bridge. The bridge was supposed to be built anyway. Right? But we just didn't see it the first time we went back. When Lavinia recalled us forcefully. And we went back, and now that we are back again, it's now happened. So that's why I'm confused. That's a bit weird, but it should have happened anyway. The bridge should be there anyway. You shouldn't. So this is the change. Which, of course, means that this cutscene that we just saw probably also had to change according to that. That is actually interesting. So now I'm really interested to make like a second playthrough and never save anyone. Just to see the like stark contrast difference to what I want to do this playthrough. Okay, we're also supposed to talk to Iris. I have a question. Why are you this big lady? I mean, Valentin is also kind of tall, but like, not that tall. Normally in games, if someone is this tall, they are very, very important. I mean, she is. But also another reason, especially in Souls-likes, is like, fights against other humanoid enemies. They make them bigger so that you can easier observe their movements. And yes, I'm just metagaming this into my theory that she's actually a villain. I don't know. Hello.
I haven't introduced myself properly, have I? I'm Iris MagMell. I contribute to our organization's human preservation efforts and conduct investigations on the heroes in each region. Eliminating the heroes is going to be no small task, but you and Lou won't be alone. We're all here to help you. If there's anything I can do to assist, feel free to let me know.
What are you doing? Forge a summoning pact with Iris. You can now call on Iris as a partner. I'm gonna instantly say one thing. As weird as it was in the first game, for the screen to just turn black, and you then just hear the very crunchy blood sound, that was still kinda cool and fed into the vampire nature of the Revenants. Just having this like, hey, hello, how's it going? You now have a pact, is like, doesn't feel as impactful. Oh, pun was not intended, but yeah, the pact does not feel impactful. Haha, yeah. Oh yeah, we can give gifts, receive gifts. which is the trading points that we get if you gift you stuff. We could get recipe steak. Oh, what does steak do? Slightly increases weapon attack power and strength. Effect continues until death or resting at a missile. You know, that's actually kinda good. So having a recipe, and we just need chunk of meat and salt. Salt we can buy like infinite at vendors. That chunk of meat, I'm not sure if we can buy infinite. So yeah, you know what? That sounds potentially useful. What do you potentially... Heavy history book. That seems like something you would like.
Thanks. This will come in handy.
Right? How much did we get from that? We got 2 points, we need 3. We need 8. Oh, what else did you potentially might... Again, if we go with history, maybe the pre-collapse? I don't know, if you're doing investigation into history and stuff, I'm just going to assume that that's something you like, so maybe?
No way. A fashion mag from before the upheaval? Nice find! Look at how cute their outfits are. I hope we can make this sort of fashion mainstream again someday.
Yo, okay, fashion is something she likes. Well, let's go recipe some steak. And then also catch up.
Hiya. Do you have a moment? There's something I'd like to discuss with you formally. I'm in charge of booster research and development for MagMell.
Ooh.
Boosters are used by revenants to enhance their abilities, but hunters can use them too. While the effects are potent, they also take a serious physical toll, so you can only equip so many. But find the optimal fit for your combat style, and you could have a decisive edge in battle. From now on, I'll give you any boosters I develop. Here, give your first one a... One more thing. Developing boosters requires remnants obtained from Revenant. Knowing you, they won't be hard to come by. Would you mind keeping an eye out for certain ones I need? I promise I'll make it worth your while.
Well. Some of them seem potentially hard to come by, depending on how the drop luck goes.
If you get your hands on a remnant I need, I'd appreciate if you could give it to me. I'll use them to make you stronger, so it's a win-win. Thanks.
Okay, you don't have more to say.
Praying you stay safe.
Like, what did we just get? Blood-fueled strike. Oh, no overburden effect. Okay. Attack power up for next attack after drain attack. You know, I'm not using the drain attacks that much, so actually the shield has to go. We're sorry. I want to actually test that out. Also, can we equip with the blood code? No. We don't have enough fortitude for the side. God dang it. It has even less fortitude. I don't know, I like the scythe. The scythe sounds cool. Okay, so actually let's look through the quest log for a moment. Vanquish the heroes is still a thing. Go to the other side across the bridge, and then we have all the different heroes. Iris's request is special things that we're gonna find. Okay, we're not gonna look into that. Speak with Noah. Didn't we do that? Well, I guess we'll also have to talk to you.
Now that you and Lou are one, I sense you've awakened a new, unique ability. All Revenant powers are influenced by aptitudes called blood codes. Your unique ability allows you to absorb any blood code and call upon it at will. What's more, you seem to adapt to these blood codes the more you fight. Wondrous potential dwells in you. I've come up with a way to aid you, albeit indirectly. Close your eyes. I need a small sample of your blood. Perfect. I've extracted and assimilated blood code to synthesize a booster. Its effects are only a fraction of the original code, but use it judiciously and it should serve you well. Come see me as you master new blood codes, and I will render you my aid. Stay safe out there.
Okay, we're gonna look at these. You designed a giant vampire mommy with giant mommy milkers. You knew what you were doing with this, and you did not put in the freaking crunchy blood sound from the first game. I can't be the only one who is disappointed at this decision. Like, come on. That is a self-explanatory one. Like, why would you get rid of that? I like that sound. Again, it actually gave us a little bit of... I don't know how to say it, but like, it felt good. It actually felt like meaningful to the vampire theming of the Revenants. Anyway, what we just got is Mind +2, Fortitude +2, both don't cost anything. No overburden. Attack power up when LP depleted. Actually, since when you die and get resurrected you don't have LP, that is very easy to activate. That could be good. And max ammo. I'm just gonna be very boring. Because we are doing bayonet right now, I'm just gonna go with max ammo. How much ammo? We shall see. Do you have something interesting to say?
Noah is even helping us in our own time. It's good to have his assistance. Let's take the bridge to the mainland. We have a mission to do.
Ooh, what can we get from you? Mind enhancer? More of these things. But this is only temporarily, so it's like, eh. Energy tablet. Reduce stamina consumption. Gobble Pharmaceuticals. Okay, that's a cool name. If it has like an actual goblin as a head, that would be great. Like a goblin CEO or something. That would be funny as hell. We have Rich Flan, increase maximum LP. Okay. And we have a recipe. Do these cancel each other out or are they all active? I kind of... These ideas of like, this effect continues until death or resting at a missile. As cool as that is, it also has the problem of just... If you can use all of them, then you're kind of just running around making them and using them all the goddamn time. And over time that will be super annoying. Well, we have one more person to talk to and potentially figure out what we can give you.
Looks like you're making good use of my blood code. As weird as that feels to say. I get the feeling you could get even more out of it. Give it a try.
Ooh. What can we get from you? You have more stuff. You can give us soup. And oh god. Soup recipe. Fire weapon solve. So I'm guessing that's like the usual consumable, put fire on your weapon. Fortitude enhancer. And anti-stone. Okay, we might actually want these recipes. So we have to figure out what you like. Do you have something more to say?
Hey, you look well. Say, are you particular about what weapons you use?
Somewhat?
See, I'm in charge of weapons research at MagMell. If you're ever interested in upgrading your gear, give me a holler. I may be able to help. Also, I want you to have this. I know it looks old, but you should still get some use out of it. Notice the strange runes? The frontier's littered with weapons that have similar engraving. I've taken a personal interest in the things, so if you find any, I'd appreciate you bringing them to me.
Old engraved blade. We're gonna take a look at that in a moment.
If you find any engraved weapons, could you bring them to me?
Okay.
Watch
Okay, you
yourself,
also have
huh?
more requests over the world. What is that cool weapon? Old engraved blade. It is strength scaling. It has an ability called Severing Abyss. Jump high up and crash down in a powerful slam. There was a moment of me going like, it's a sword with abyss, and this looks like a cool jumping slash, or at least the end of it, so I was like, is this gonna be a notorious flip? But with that description, I'm like, it could be. Are we gonna test it? Yes. We can't test in here. Ah, fine. We're gonna test in a moment. I also quickly want to take a look at the bike research. Was it not on this side? Was it on the other side? I could have sworn it was one of these doors. It's here. It's not here.
One of my ancestors used to research formology. I was scrolling through the records, but guess what he built? A Forma-powered motorcycle. He supposedly custom-rigged it for a special acquaintance.
Okay, we're gonna get a motorcycle. We're just not gonna get it now. Training. Okay, not really a notorious slam, but still kind of cool. Like, I would say that that's kind of cool. You know what? Sure. Again, today is Bayonet Day. I really kind of want to use that, but I don't say no to that in the future. That seems like a cool ability. Maybe we're gonna do something with that. Onwards to the bridge! Can we teleport? Yes, we can. God, Lou. Put that on correctly, please. The rain is going through the bridge. Now, of course there would at some point be water running down, but still, that is a bit... Ooh, glowy thingies. With weird stuff growing all over the place. This is probably not healthy. And there's something growing out of it. Is it something that we can... Oh, it's for the web in the sky. Okay. I was like, maybe, potentially, could we, like, do something with that? Is that something that we can climb up? But no. It's just an aesthetic of the world ending. That's not the direction we came from.
What is this? It's addressed to you. To the great hunter who saved our lives, we pray you will accept this gift. Fate willing, we leave this to you, in the hope that it may help aid you in forging a new future. It's come an awfully long way to get here. A whole 100 years come and gone. We should take it. After all, they gave it to us. And I'm sure it will aid us on our quest.
The motorcycle. Summon the motorcycle to travel at high speeds and deploy gliding wings to travel through the air when jumping from heights. Okay, it's also a glider. The motorcycle cannot be summoned in certain locations, such as narrow spaces. Summons will end once it takes too much impact damage.
A battle to save the world from ruin. To be honest, I used to be filled with doubt, alone. The weight of duty felt suffocating. But now, I have you. Together, I have faith we'll find a way. Let's go. Wherever you go, I will always be by your side.
Oh, that's nice.
Makes you wish our ride would never end, doesn't it?
Can we just... yeah, we can just make it disappear. Well, I'm gonna be honest. You're not ill, but so far you're okay. I don't dislike Lou, but so far Lou is just like, I can do this thing. And that's not even something that Lou themselves has told us. It's like, no, someone else has pretty much told us, and that is it. We don't have anything else to this character. It's just like, time powers. You're gonna work together with her. She also saved you. That's it. And it's like, okay. It's not that much for a character to really go on right now. It's not really anything. I don't think there's gonna be anything here. I am not an expert, but what is this supposed to be? What is this for? There are like rolls in it, so you can like make it go up or down? I guess I'm gonna look up some things about boats and ships and what that potentially could have for a purpose. There is nothing here. Like, literally nothing. Now, I'm going to guess that there's probably, potentially... Because, like, let's just be honest here. Yeah, it's marked, and there's a pier here. I am guessing that there's gonna be some kind of thing with that, right? There is gonna be some boat-related stuff happening at some point, and then this makes sense. But right now, it's just like, it's just empty. It's just nothing. No motorcycle.
The sunken city lies just up ahead. Let's go over everything we know. A major resurgence befell the city, causing most of it to sink beneath the sea. Almost all of the residents were transformed into horrors, save for a few survivors. This small group of survivors was saved by a young girl. The hero, Jose. Somewhere inside the sunken city is Jose's cocoon. Let's start by looking for leads.
Okay.
I'll be along for the ride.
It has just inbuilt lights. Built in. Inbuilt. Whatever.
Stay alert.
I wanted to know if what happens, does it take damage if we, like, run into an enemy, but I guess this doesn't count as enemy. It doesn't have collision, but we do. Do you attack us now, you weird fi- Our partner also doesn't attack these. That's not that much map, actually. That's kind of... I mean, I guess there isn't really much here to really do map, but, like... Really? Oh. I just wanted to look.
You're... the Revenant Hunter! I'll kill you. I'll kill you. I'll kill you! Damn vermin! I'll get you!
Calm down, please. We're not here to hurt you. You are a hunter, after all. It's no surprise he mistook you for a foe. The Luna Rapace has scalded his mind. It's regressed to the point that he can barely control his emotions at all.
Jose. Dear Jose. Soon, I will be joining you.
Okay, no motorcycle zones. Motorcycle cannot be summoned in certain areas. Entering these areas while riding will force you to dismount. An icon will be displayed to indicate when you are in such an area. Okay. He was just like going at us and then instantly turned around because he couldn't. Are you okay? You probably not, but like...
I will carry out your will, Jose. On my life, I swear it.
You know Jose?
She and I were comrades in arms. But she's gone now. This is her family grave. Jose's mother was a sacrifice for Idris's seal. Then, the resurgence took her sister before her eyes. One by one, the world took her family from her. Yet despite all she suffered, she gave up her life so we could live. And I let her sacrifice go to waste. They all died because I was a useless wretch. I will carry.
Tell us what you know.
And I, but one spite of and
Oh,
I.
yeah. Why the fuck is there a dialogue option? If number one, it goes to the same thing that he says, and number two, you can repeat it. What's the point? Why make something like this? This doesn't matter at all. No matter what I chose to answer matters. He's saying the same thing, and I can go back and do the other thing anyway. What's the point of a choice? Then don't even give me a choice at that point. Right? Just let him ramble on anyway. Or only give me the choice to ask one of these, or whatever, like... But, like, don't make it a choice between two things if there's literally no meaning behind them. That just doesn't...
I'll be right.
I don't know. It's just annoying.
Another settlement.
People who are gonna be nice? Boats. I mean, you are surrounded by water, so they are making sense.
Everything ready?
They just feel very out of place, with the city ruins in the middle.
You're a Revenant Hunter, aren't you? If you're free, how about helping us with guard duty? Sadly, we can't offer much in... We've had too many die on us lately.
Probably not. We are on the move.
You're a Revenant Hunter? And a solo one at that? I suppose you can stay here if you want, but be prepared to pull your weight if any horrors show up.
Now, that is something we're gonna do anyway, so sure. Is there anything around in this wonderful place other than colorful water? That looks like it could be oil. That looks very oily actually, but then I don't think it is. I think it might be something else that might be much, much worse. Purple. Gift item? Gift item, okay. And the only place that seems to be somewhat lively is this. And we cannot sit. Ooh, new merchant.
Welcome.
What do you have? Oh god, there is more. We have multiple more. This is an attack, I think, from the first game. This is the new weapon type with the cool floating sword, so it's definitely something different. Very simple one. Blow of Madness, I also think is one from the first game, right? This is also, the name rings a bell. I think also something from the first game. We have Rune Blades, which is the new weapon type. We also have a halberd. We can buy infinite chili peppers and eggs and ground meat. Okay, that is something we needed for the meat. We can buy salt somewhere else. We can also buy spider lilies, vinegar, and balanophora, whatever that is. I'm going to just buy upgrade materials for now. And yeah, you see, like, ammo costs 5 apiece. And I bought a bunch of it. Okay, but nothing else. New boosters? No, these are the same that we have. Can we get the same twice? Because you're also still offering it. And if we can stack them, you could potentially get the same thing 4 times if you want? I kind of want to test that, because that sounds stupid.
Come again.
But
Finish
also
replenishing our supplies?
potentially good, right? If there is something that is very, very good, and you can just stack it by just having more of it, then why not? Not that much info, other than, like, the city is in the state that it looks like.
Hey, have you seen an elderly revenant around? Damn it, he keeps wandering off on us. Poor bastard ain't right in the head. Not since the lunar rapaces fried him, so we can't fend off the horrors without him.
Okay.
Hey, have you... Poor bastard.
They just repeat. Well, a new area to explore. Or not, because we are actually just going over there. There actually isn't much around here. It's a bit sad. Ooh, what the hell are you? You look like you're gonna be an enemy. But you're over there, so... on the water, on this place. This is probably not deep water. Okay. We're gonna keep you in mind and fight you when we come around. But like... what the frick? It has a searchlight head. And I guess we're just gonna drive into the city. Okay, enemy, I wanna ram you. I wanna see. We can ram it! Okay, you know what? That's cool. That's just funny. I shouldn't just attack spam, but like, come on, that's actually... how much damage did you... The motorcycle is not an effective weapon. I don't think that needed to be clarified, but I want to clarify. The motorcycle is not an effective weapon. Well, then again, maybe if we can do it again and again and again and again and again. Maybe if we ram over someone like multiple times, it can be good. Maybe it can be good against enemies that can't retaliate. Where we can just hit them like over and over and over and... maybe? Potentially? I don't really see the direct use for that, but like, you know, I kind of hoped that there would be something here, but no. Like, yeah, I said something about things looking empty, and then I look at this and like, well, it is empty, but also it's like, it fits perfectly here, right? This is literally, the apocalypse has happened. The city is done for. There shouldn't really be much around here. So in this case, it's like, actually works. It works very well. It makes perfect sense for... why did I do that? It makes perfect sense for... that seems to be the end? No. That is just weird texturing. Okay. But yeah, it works for this. I feel like it works for this part. It didn't work so much for MagMell Island, because that was really just empty. This one here has much more of a... the emptiness tells a story. Then again, this literally is just empty, so meh. Maybe it's still a bit just too big, and it could also have had the same environmental storytelling impact if it would be a little bit smaller. And I'm just trying to run around and figure out if there's any tiny little thing hidden behind stuff, and the answer is so far no. Also kind of a waste of all of repent. Now that is definitely telling us a good thing will happen here. Okay, that is death. right? Now we're gonna test it. Sure. Yes, indeed. It is very much deaf. Water is
Rise
deaf.
and shine. Are you okay?
Well, I mean, it's an actually interesting question. If you can't swim, like literally, and we die from that, drowning is like one of the most horrifying deaths, and if you just come back to life after that, you're probably not fine, are you? Okay, that was a pop-in. Something that I don't fully care about, but I was like, is this a boss arena? And then I saw that and I was like, actually maybe yes, or maybe not. Gatehouse Ruins. Big Ape. With, what the frick is this? Ah!
Let's pull ourselves
It
together.
hurts! It hurts! It also has weird attacks. Okay, how much damage do we do? Not that much. Ow! You really don't take much damage. Okay, I want to be greedy as fuck. That was a little stutter. Axe. Okay, it's angry. Ow! They honestly did not expect that to hit me.
We don't have enough healing.
Okay, you can just roll through that. That's not that bad then. I didn't expect that that could work.
Sorry for taking so long.
Like honestly, I was not expecting that. Okay. That was very much just not clear when that potentially would happen to hit us and when not. Can we get a drain attack? No.
I'm glad that's out of the way. Well done.
Oh no, we can farm this thing. Yay!
Worshippers of the Resurgence appear to gather here.
And they have weird golden bones that they worship. Oh, that's very interesting decoration. I like the flare, sure. How the fuck do you keep candles like in something that is this watery? I guess this place is somewhat... That still looks pretty wet. Moonstone. Material used for synthesis. Okay. And this is a synthesis material from enemies. Remains from a deformed ape. To some, this oddly deformed horn looks like a crown. As a result of mutations from the Resurgence, this horror has transformed into a savage giant. Owing to its low intelligence, cultists who worship the Resurgence have attempted to capture them for use in rituals. No! Don't do that! Don't fuck around with the monster ape. You're not gonna get anything good out of that. At least nothing that's not going to kill you.
Good. We've made it through. Now let's continue along this way.
Wait, that's it for this? No. There's more stuff to explore. There is treasure to be found. Ability usable for swords, duel, and bayonet. Lunge forward to deliver a 2-hit combo. Nullifies enemy attacks while lunging. It's a dodge attack. Ooh, that sounds useful. We can make something with that. And then we're back in this. Okay. Ooh, level 2 upgrade materials. Okay. That means we're gonna have to use that soon-ish.
Hold on. I sense a strong pulse of Jose's pathos nearby. From within the clock tower, I believe. Jose's powers were said to be incredibly volatile, frequently causing her to go berserk. Alas, even those survivors she once sought to protect have become victims. Her frenzy strikes without care or focus. After that attack, she went into isolation and came to be known as the Queen of Solitude. Jose's life was marked with struggle from her birth. The powers were amazing, but wild. There must be a way inside the tower. Let's investigate the area. We'll see what we can find. Right on, then. Imagine
we?
the history this clock tower has
Yes.
seen.
A bit janky, but we can collect stuff. Can we activate missile? No.
It seems safe here.
Welp. We have something to explore next time. And that shall be it for today. If you enjoyed the video, do the usual, do the YouTube things, and have a good day. Till next time.